For the Phuket-Penang Relationship Symposium that we are going to have it on this coming 20th. We are very happy to have this kind of, this is the real love between the two island sisters. Yes.
Define the word Peranakan for us, by the way, and Baba, of course, but Peranakan for us.
Because, you see, for us, Baba means that we have a Chinese father and a local mother. And so the children from this is like the overseas Chinese, but we learn a lot of the culture, local culture, and we call Baba, and in Singapore they call Peranakan. So we are like in the middle, so we use both Baba and Peranakan.
Now, this relationship with Penang, it goes back 160 years. How did you date it? How did you know?
This is very long because if we count by King Rama the First, and that is the first time when Captain Francis Light went to Penang to settle in Penang, and that is the first time that Our Lady Jan and Lady Muk started to fight with the Burmese troops. That in the year 2328, and from that time onward that we learned that okay, Phuket is Siray Island, and Penang is in Phuket, in the southern dialect we call Kok Mak for Penang, which means the bitter nuts, and Phuket is bitter nuts leaves. So then we are real two sister islands.
So you mean the trade started between, first of all, the trade or the ships going between the two islands was the beginning of that relationship?
We have all kinds of ship. I mean, long time ago we have the coastal ship, which is the word Thong Ho. Thong Ho is the real local ship that has given a lot of, you see, not only Thong Ho, we have more names, but from this coastal ship that Phuket and Penang has done a lot of trade, and Phuket people can go to study there, to sell their rubbers and to sell their tin ores. So these kind of connections started that, and on the way back they will buy all kinds of furniture, clothing, food, and what is they think that fluffy thing, accessory, maybe it's not important, but they think it's in fashion. Then they buy anything money can buy and carry it back, even the catalog.
And you've been to Penang many times as well, part of the association. You've had meetings and...
I have been there for more than 20 years, let's say, and I would like to say that this is why I have met with Khoo Salma Nasution, who is really a good researcher, and I think that she is like a spider web that she has made the relationship between Phuket and Penang very close and very tight.
Salma, tell us about yourself then and your association in Penang, in Malaysia.
I'm an author and researcher, and in Penang we have State Chinese Penang Association, which is like the Baba Association, and we also have the Penang Heritage Trust. So because I'm a Penang Nonya, so I'm involved in cultural revitalization and heritage.
Are you very happy to come here to celebrate this sort of relationship here in Phuket with this upcoming sort of concert and talks?
Yes, I think when I was growing up, we always heard about Thongka. So Thongka is the old name for Phuket town. And we, because we haven't been to Phuket, when we were young, so we didn't know what Thongka was. But then when we came here, it's like finding our own relatives and, rediscovering our relationship with, people who actually came from, many of them came from Penang. And then they came out here to mine tin. And then, some married local women, and then they have their descendants. So we're just like distant cousins.
Are there many Thai or Phuket people living in Penang now?
There are some who are, maybe born here but living in Penang, and vice versa, yes.
On Saturday, this coming Saturday, you're giving a talk first in the morning at 8:30, is that right?
Yes.
Royal Phuket City. Tell us about what you're talking about.
I'll be talking about some of the places which are connected. For example, there are some temples where, you have a mother temple in Penang, but when the miners came out here, they will start another temple which is related to the one in Penang. So, and then we have places which, are from Penang, but then when they came here, they started something very similar. So the whole townscape is actually modeled after Penang, especially during the time of Raya Rasada for Singbi.
You'll be joined by two others from Penang or Malaysia, yeah?
Yes.
Who are they?
They are Thomas and Mr. Lee. They are actually chefs from the Chef Association, and they're here to demonstrate some Penang recipes, which are, kind of kindred to the Phuket recipes. Yeah.
And then in the evening they have the party, 6:30. With what are you looking forward to most in that party?
Well, just to celebrate together. And there'll be lots of, like, for example, the kabaya. You will be dressed up in the kabayas, and here they call them the yaya. So that you have the whole range from Thai to Penang to Peranakan, kabaya and yaya.
That's just for the women. The men, are they going to be dressed up as well?
I think they're going to play some music, some of the old music that we had in common.
From the Shark Band, based here, the young and the old Shark Band.
Yes.
Have you heard them before?
Yes, I've heard them before, because we've had sort of similar gatherings, and they're really a great, old boys group.
And then there's a contest, I believe, as well, and a drawing, batik drawing too. This batik drawing is very familiar in Phuket with tourists here. Is it similar in Penang?
Yes, we also have batik. So the technique is the same, but the expressions are different. So, we have a lot in common, but it's expressed differently, and that's the diversity.